Hi guys, and welcome back to today's video. I hope you guys are all doing great. As you can tell from the title down below, today I'm going to be sharing with you kind of my top 5 to 6, depending on how far we get today, kind of goals and things that I am trying to implement and create a habit with in my motherhood journey, whether that be how I talk to my kids, just things I do with them that might help me in my motherhood journey and things like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and as always, if you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and let's get into it. The first thing I wanted to mention, this is something that is honestly a really hard habit for me to get into, and that is when the children do need discipline or they need to be talked through their big emotions or big feelings, that is to actually get down on their eye level. And it's really hard for me to remember to do sometimes, because a lot of the times it could be me from the other side of the room. I can be talking them through a process, which is one thing, but I feel like when it really comes to childhood discipline, having me actually bend down and get on their level and look at them in the eye and create that eye contact makes them feel respected, makes them feel valued, because I am getting down on their level. I am creating looking in their eyes and things like that, and I've noticed a big change in hi honey, in discipline and things like that when I am needing to actually verbally talk through stuff with them, getting down on their level. I've seen just a big change honestly in how they react and how they respond to whatever it is that I'm saying. How are you, honey? The second thing I am trying to do when it comes to parenting, and that is to not tell the kiddos just flat out no without giving them a reason why behind it. I'm sure that if you tell your kiddos something, and I know if you're a mama you know what I mean, if you say something to your kiddos and they're always like why, I found that when I say no, I don't just end it at that. I tell them why, then there is no wondering why, there's no questions why. They know exactly why they were told no. So if they were like yelling or screaming in the house or something like that, I'm like, actually no, with people around anyway. When we're home by ourselves, they can be as loud as they want. But I've also tried to teach them that when other people are in our house, I try to do the no yelling and things like that. That's just our household rule. But yeah, so if we do have company over and there's a lot of like just really loud play, I'm like, actually, how about we not do that, because that's not showing respect and that's not respectful. So instead of, it's not just saying stop or no, it's saying, well, the reason why we're saying stop or no is because it's not showing respect. So if that makes any sense at all, I am trying, and then this is again another habit to actually get into, because it takes more effort, because you as a parent as well, before you say flat out no, also are thinking of the reason as why you're saying it. So yeah, definitely trying to get in the habit of giving a reasoning why before I decline stuff, if that makes sense. The third thing I'm trying to do more of is physical touch with my littles. They are such cuddle bugs. They love cuddling. They love touch, even if it means like walking by and like rubbing their head or just patting them on the back as much as possible. Like whenever I'm just like casually walking by the dining room table, yes honey, and just physically touching them as much as possible. It just lets them know that I see them. It lets them know that they are being heard, that they are valued. And one of their love languages is definitely physical touch and time combined. And so whenever I do in passing, like I said, give them a hug or let them know that yes, I see you, yes, I am here for you. And I feel like whenever you do physically touch your little ones with something as simple as a pat on the head or the pat on the back, it just encompasses a lot, and it means a lot to them. At least it does with mine. So the fourth thing I'm trying to become better at is being more present. And we hear this all the time as a mama, like be present, the years fly by so quickly. And that's true. For one, it's very true. But for me, I feel like it's not necessarily being off the phone and unplugged as much as it is unplugging my mind completely, because a lot of the times I will be sitting on the floor building a puzzle or playing a game, but in my mind I am just like, I have this to do and I have this to do. So I am trying to let it be a habit where I know for that 15 to 20 minutes a day per child, if possible, I am fully there with them, and that's so hard to do. I have so much learning to do when it comes to like just shutting everything off and being fully present with them, because a lot of the times I'll realize that yes, I'm not on my phone, and yes, I'm there, but I'm not there emotionally. I'm like somewhere else. So disconnecting from everything and trying to be there with them in the present moment is something to be valued, something to be treasured. And I think at the end of the day, those unplugged moments where it's not just from technology but from everything else that your mind might be thinking about, is actually those moments that you'll probably remember more, because I will look back and remember a lot of those moments that, yes, I was not on my phone, but do I really remember like the connections that were made? No, because my mind was elsewhere. So really just being present, but like I said, that's not just not on your phone, that's really fully present, if that makes sense. The fifth thing, and this is more of a mental thing for me as well. Oh, see the pretty monarch? There's another monarch. It's beautiful out today. But yeah, the fifth thing that I am trying to become better at as a mama, and this is just like a thinking slash mental thing as well, mental, emotional, if you call it, and that is that if my kiddos are having either a rough day, if they're having some bad attitude problems, if they're having character issues or things like that, that does not mean by any means that I am a bad mama, and I have to stop thinking that, because a lot of the times if we're either out in public and they're having a meltdown, because toddlers do that, I'm trying to get away from the thinking and the mindset that I am a horrible parent, I am not training them well, because in reality I as an adult also had those bad days and I also had those meltdowns, and that doesn't make me a bad person. And so realizing that just because they have those days, it doesn't mean like I'm a bad parent, and it doesn't mean I am a bad mama. It might mean that I'm like, there's some issues coming to light that we definitely need to work on, but overall that doesn't make me a bad mama or anyone else a bad mama if their kiddos have those days, if that makes sense. Sixth thing that I am trying to do better and that is trying to be more organized, and that is with things and stuff and how we organize things in our home. Because I've also found that your kiddos, at least my kiddos do, they watch us probably more than we want to. They watch exactly what I'm doing, they watch what I'm saying, and it's crazy how observant they are, and the things that we do, they 100% probably will do as well. Again, whether or not we want them to, that's just the way it works. It can be amazing if used correctly. But I found too that the more tidy I am, the more neat I keep my own personal things as a mama, whether that be the kitchen, my closet, my bedroom, things like that. Hi, sweetheart. It is showing them what cleanliness is, what orderliness is, what neat is. What you doing? You say hi? It is showing them what neat looks like and how it feels. And now my kiddos are at the point where if the living room is messy, if their bedrooms are messy, they're like, Mom, it is a mess in here. We have got to clean this up. And so they're already at the point in their life, even though they're only like 3 and 5 years old. No, just kidding, 4 and 5 years old, because you're 4 now. That they already recognize that, okay, this is a mess, we need to get it cleaned up, and they're already knowing the feeling of the peace that the cleanliness and tidiness brings them. And so my goal again this year is to become even more tidy with my things. My closet is one of those things where I sometimes shut the door and just don't want to look at it. So even things like that where I can just get things out, keep things organized and tidy, so it gives them a good example to follow, if that makes sense. Well guys, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed kind of hearing about my top 5 to 6 kind of mothering goals, and honestly just habits I'm trying to create in my home when it comes to being a mama of my little ones. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and until our next video, you guys stay safe and God bless. Bye.